When you have your biggest fighting game people that you look up to, and they say the same thing about DOA, you ask the main man SWE what he thinks of DOA, he's gonna shit on it. 90% of the FGC who hates DOA has never even touched the game. It's just a simple fact that they're gonna look up to their biggest fucking, you know, their people that they're the biggest fans of, and just go ahead and base their opinion on DOA off of what somebody else's opinion is, and that's some bitch ass shit, bro. I can't stand that. Like, try the fucking game out, you know?
So fucking shit. Tells you everything you need to know. But the best match I had today was when the screen was black. That was the best match. And it's a keeper. It's not trash. You have no... You're trolling. I was like, don't tell me I have one of these Virtua Fighter apologists again in my fucking chat. What the fuck? But yeah, it's a great fighting game though. It really is.
My brother, turn the fucking game off then.
How many of you guys wake up and do something that you really don't want to fucking do? If I know something is just genuinely not interesting to me and I don't find it good at all in any way, shape, or form, I'm not going to go out of my way wasting my time doing something that just does not bring me joy, especially when it makes no sense. I'm sure you guys have probably seen my countless tweets on Twitter, including ones made back in 2021, where I'm pretty much talking about how the main man SWE goes out of his way to shit on Virtua Fighter for no apparent reason. This is not something that's new. Since Virtua Fighter Ultimate Showdown has come out, this man has played this game on multiple different occasions, and for some reason is expecting a different outcome when he plays it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I really hate something the first time I do it, the sixth time is probably not going to be any different. How many times have you heard somebody say, oh yeah, I hated this at first, but on the seventh time, I really liked it? You don't really hear that because that's not how shit works. So my true question here for the main man SWE is, why do you continue to do something over and over and over again that you just do not like? And once again, there's absolutely no reason for this guy to turn this game on. It's not like it's a first impressions thing and he's trying it for the first time. He's played this game multiple times, over 5 times if I'm not mistaken. And a lot of people are asking me why it even bothers me in the first place. Well, I'm going to tell you, as a fellow fighting game content creator that's not on the same scale as the main man SWE by any means, I'm still pretty well known in the FGC and people do support my content. So with that said, I am also a fan of other content creators. As a person that really wanted to learn Tekken at a higher level, the main man SWE is the #1 channel you're really going to find. Especially when you're talking about the Tekken 7 days, before the FeedEx days, before the Speed Kicks days, when it was literally almost just the main man SWE. There's no way you can really avoid the guy. Main Man SWE is not just a smaller scale fighting game content creator, he's living off of fighting games. There's not a lot of people that are doing that. So when a person has the privilege of living off of fighting games because of the fighting game that he's talking shit about, it's pretty fucking annoying. If you put it into perspective, and I know I'm kind of reaching here, but I'm kind of not. If it wasn't for Virtua Fighter's creation, Main Man SWE would be working a 9 to 5 like everybody else. And I think that my biggest problem with this, again, is just that there's no reason to shit on a niche game, a part of an already niche genre, when you have 2,500 plus people looking at your content and taking your word as bond. Now listen, I'm not saying it's Main Man's fault that his fans also will dislike the game because he talks shit about it. You're entitled to your own opinion. But as you guys know, it's 2024, almost 2025, and people don't really have those anymore. They just listen to everybody else. Now listen, we're not talking about a person who streams to a couple hundred people. This guy streams to thousands of people, and he's going out of his way to deliberately shit on a game that's responsible for his success as a content creator. Someone even commented on my tweet and made a good point in saying, Emery, why do you even care what his opinion is? Everyone's entitled to one. When you have no clue how to play a game and you're streaming it in front of 2,500 people trying to say that certain mechanics are bad and this, that, and the third, just because you don't know how to engage with said mechanics does not mean something is bad. It just means it's not for you. And it's fine if the game is not for you, but why is it taking you 10 times to decide that? Why not just leave the game alone and not put any negative light on it in the first place? Somebody also made a comment and said, well, Emery, isn't it kind of hypocritical of you to talk shit about Main Man disliking VF when you were talking shit about DOA 6? And the only problem that I have with that is that I'm an actual DOA player, motherfucker. If you can't decipher the difference between somebody making content for a game since 2009 and having a valid opinion on it, with a person who has no ties to a game in any kind of way, shape, or form and just shitting on it with no knowledge of it, then that's on you. I just need to know why. Why are you going out of your way to make this game look bad when it's literally trying to come back I don't know if Main Man is afraid that Tekken's going to have a little bit of competition, which I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's not. Virtua Fighter's not going to compete with Tekken 8. There's a fucking Final Fantasy character in Tekken 8. I think that it goes beyond that, and I think that honestly this guy is just an asshole. As a person who has spent some time in Main Man streams and see how he interacts with his viewers and his followers, and just how childish he can be at times, whether it's a character or not, I just thought that I would really expect more from a person who is almost 40 years old. But again, you're a content creator. If that's a part of your character, do you. However, if people check you for it and people call you out for it, then that's a part of it as well. And to be honest with you, I don't really think the Main Man SWE gives a fuck about me making this video or even my tweets or any of that in the first place, because I'm not on the same scale as Main Man SWE. Who the fuck am I? I'm just EmeryReigns. But still, I do have a lot of people behind me who agree with me and feel the same way, so that's why I'm coming and checking his ass. There's been a lot of negative shit said about Virtua Fighter recently, especially from people who have never played the game in their entire life. And unfortunately, this ties in with Dead or Alive as well. Dead or Alive is victim of the same thing, and unfortunately, there's a lot of great games out there, but they get negative stigmas from people like Main Man SWE, and then guess what? People don't fucking play them and they die out. And I'm not saying that Main Man SWE is going to be responsible for Virtua Fighter 6 if it fails, but what I am saying is that it's not really helping, especially if we're all a part of a 3D fighting game genre within a fighting game genre that's already small. Why shit on something before it has a chance to even shine, if it's going to at all? Just leave the fucking game alone, dude. You're getting on the game deliberately to shit on it. Not because you have to, bro. It's not like he's a VF player and he has reason to critique the game. He doesn't play VF. He's not a VF player, so you're critiquing something on purpose because you think your game is superior to it, and that's fine. And that may be the case in your opinion, because we're all entitled to our opinion, but when your opinion is being formulated by something that you're initiating for no reason, you have to call into question of why it's happening in the first place. Like, I particularly don't care for Mortal Kombat, right? I'm not a big... Do you guys see me turning it on to shit on the game when I don't like it? No. I'm not going to turn a game on that I don't want to fucking play. And he does it because it generates buzz and stuff, and I get it, but it's just like, bro, like when are you gonna stop? Like, you don't need to, he doesn't need to use VF for clout. He doesn't need to shit on VF to get attention. He gets enough of that. Doesn't he get enough of it from the people that pay his bills every month for being a subpar Tekken player, or no? You know how many of those 2,500 people that were watching Main Man shit on VF are not going to play because he shit on VF? But if he got on and said, this game is actually pretty good. Main Man SWE here. Hope you're all doing awesome as always. Here's a new VF game. It's pretty good. Bro, thousands would play the game. Or at least try it. Just because he said so. You know how many won't try it just because he said so? That's the mentality. That's the problem. And that's the bigger picture. Is that illegal? No. Is it fucked up? A part of a niche genre as big as you think you are in the world? Main Man, no one's ever heard of you outside of Tekken in the fighting game community. You can walk down the street anywhere in the world. Probably no one's going to fucking recognize you, bro. Even if you got 200,000 YouTube subscribers, you need to be fucking grateful and thankful for what you got. And it's because of this fucking game.